शुरू करूं?
Yeah.
ठीक। So जैसे मैं बता रही थी, as I was telling कि there not have been many studies on pulmonary rehabilitation on patients after they have recovered from COVID. But what we know that patients who have successfully recovered from acute COVID pneumonia will require health support to define and quantify the consequences of the disease. We need to keep them in a proper follow-up. We need to keep them in a proper rehabilitation program just to know what is the long-term consequence of the disease. What we can know right now, what we can see right now is, as in the beginning of the ICUs, it was a challenge to manage the patients who have come out of the ICU. This is a new challenge that we will face, as similar to the when it was in the beginning of the ICUs. And it is still not clear that if the COVID-19 that has affected so many organs in the body, will it leave a permanent damage or permanent mark on the lungs, or the physical damage that it has caused, will that physical damage remain, and to what extent it will remain, for how long the patient will have to be on oxygen support, and how long will the patient will need to recover and reach the pre-disease situation. Now, the alterations in the lung tissues, as we all know that the X-rays and the CT scan of the patients that have been taken, they show ground glass opacities, they show consolidation, vascular thickening, bronchiectasis, and the disease may progress to this level in over 80% patients. So all these changes that are seen in the lungs, the patients who are having the viral pneumonia, who are having the COVID-19 related pneumonia, these lung tissue changes, these alterations will be observed in over 80% of the patients who have a progressed COVID-19. And these are the things which limit the rehabilitation or the patient performance or the patient involvement in any rehabilitation program. Now, these persisting limitations in the respiratory function and gas exchange will likely be more pronounced when the patient is in ICU. The patient who are the survivors, who are the subgroup who have come out of the ICU, who had to be admitted in the ICU to manage the disease, whether they were on ventilator or non-invasive ventilation. We have seen that the CPAP is also of use and benefit in patients with COVID-19. So whether the patient has been on non-invasive ventilation or invasive form of ventilation, intubated, these limitations that are noticed are more profound in those group of patients. Now, last but not the least, we have to see, and we know that as in COVID-19 related ARDS, we can anticipate a high incidence of ICU related weakness. So what we know for sure in COVID patients, when we go in for a pulmonary rehabilitation program for these patients, is if you are going in and treating a patient in the acute phase, when the patient is not still in the active phase, the patient is not deemed uninfectious, or the patient still is an active COVID case, the first thing that you need to take care is of your own protection. So the PPE kits should be properly used, and your personal safety should be ensured so that the patient is safe and you not yourself do not get infected and then spread the infection to others. So personal, this is very important. Safety is very important. First of all, if you're treating a patient in the acute phase, when you come to the subacute phase, when the patient is deemed negative, the patient is non-infectious, when you know that, at that time, the intensity, frequency, and duration, the basic three principles of pulmonary rehabilitation, have to be taken care of. You have to monitor the vitals of the patient, carry a pulse oximeter, portable pulse oximeter with yourself, so that you can manage the pulse of the patient, the oxygen saturation of the patient before you start the rehab program, during the program, to see whether the patient saturation is dipping or not, whether the patient is able to maintain the saturation. All these things have to be taken care of, have to be duly noted, so that the exercise program, you can be very sure that it is benefiting the patient rather than causing any harm to the patient. So these are the things that we know And the duration is still debatable, and as far as COVID-19 patients are concerned, because we still do not know that how long the disease is going to affect the patient, how long the changes are going to stay in the patient's body, whether the lung damage and the organ damage that is being caused because of the disease is permanent, or whether it is going to improve with time. So these are the things that we know about the pulmonary rehab in patients post-COVID. Thank you so much for listening.